Greetings. Greetings and salutations. Welcome to my home. This is my home. You are in my home. Make yourself at home in my home.
All right, guys, the scuffed intro. I don't know what happened, but this is I'm not even joking. This is not something that I made up. This is Idubbbz. This is what's going on in 2026 in the Dragon's Lair. If you guys like dragons, how about you drag the anyway? Now, there's been some questions about what's going on with Idubbbz. Apparently, I have jaundice as well today. I don't know. Everything's broken. I tried to change one thing and everything broken, but it's not my fault. We'll get into the Idubbbz section next, I think. We'll go to the Jeremy section because that's everybody's favorite, the quatering, quarter planet, quarter pounder. Yes, use code FENT for 10% off. No, use code COPE on the Dragon's Treasure, or criminal, I guess, since he did send us a raid this way. I don't know, like, YouTube is being weird today, but I mean, it might just... It usually works. I don't know. We'll see. All right. So going back. The quatering, there's been a little bit of a follow-up. So if you were unaware, if you weren't following the news, the quatering decided to have a bit of a free scroll on Twitter. And this is always a risky proposition. This is why I say when I go on Twitter that this is a risky scroll, but you never know what's going to come up next. But the quatering decided to risk it while he was streaming with Hannah Claire. And this happened a couple days ago.
Although you did buy the ring camera, so...
And then... Whoopsie, married, ring, shared, unapologetic, evil face. The ring stays on, but my panties don't. He waits at home hard while I get stretched and filled. And obviously this has been, blurred out. Now, this was live to allegedly, 20,000 people. Now, it's not really 20,000 people. It's like 500 people because Rumble inflates the numbers. And Jeremy's actually been confirmed botting subscribers and all that jazz. Now, the funny thing happened was that he decided to come out and he was like, he tried to own the mistake. And he said, during the stream today, I was minding my own business, scrolling trending news thread, and my entire audience was greeted with hardcore porn. Oops, lol, sorry guys. I guess it's not safe to scroll X live. I really fucking hate that degenerate porn on their site, Elon Musk. Now, he got community noted, as you'll see, and it says, Opie has previously shown their recently search bar on their browser, live on stream, revealing they had searched for Reddit forced cream pie before. With an explicit search that specific, it's easy to assume they search porn frequently and get recommendations on their feed. And I believe that this is this one. So he's like, I mean, you should always just have a separate PC if you're a professional streamer. You can see that he put an R and he got Ruby Rose, who I believe is also a porn star. But then the Reddit forced cream pie. Oh my goodness. Now, Quaterting had to delete this tweet because he got absolutely shamed from the moon and back. But there was a bit of a funny little snake inning that happened, and that is that D-Day Cobra decided to make a bit of a cute little jab about it. Now, he's decided to use code cream pie, 20% off. And if you're unaware, Cobra and, this is from Alyssa Clips, by the way, so I'm going to like the video. There we go. If you're unaware, the Quatering has tried to use D-Day Cobra as a justification for his cope that his channel is under attack. Not really, it's just dying because he does the same thing every day where he puts out 5 slop videos, stretching them out as long as he can, much like the stretch woman in this blurred cuckoldry imagery that we didn't get to see. And he tries to say well, the critical drinkers, well, maybe not the critical drinker, but he's like Nerdrotic's losing views and D-Day Cobra's losing views, and I've been shadow banned and my channel's under attack, and it's all fake. And Cobra came out and said no, what the fuck, what are you talking about? I'm not going down in views. Well, his channel does have less views, but that's because he's making less videos, but his financials are way up. Because he decided to stop making videos in favor of doing live streams, which are much more lucrative and entertaining for him. But Jeremy has to try and make this fantasy up that everyone's failing, and that means it's not his fault that he's failing. And he's already trying to pivot into new endeavors. That's what we've seen with his Unsleeved Media, which is his Pokemon card, Magic the Gathering card unboxing channels, which are failing right now. And he's trying to inject some Blizzard Overwatch drama into it. So he can't just get away from the drama, because that's the only thing he can shovel is the slop, the drama slop. And if you enjoy drama slop, there's nothing wrong with that. But you have to be entertaining. But when D-Day Cobra came out and he's finally and this is the funny part, is that everyone's starting to realize that Jeremy is a loser. He's a gooner. He pays women to hang around with him, and they've had enough. And they're just saying, you know what? Fuck you. This is the truth of it. We were nice out of courtesy, but now that you're trying to rope us into your situation, we're going to start calling you out on it. So this is I believe this is from a recent stream on D-Day Cobra. Let's see what he says.
Oh boy, boobs. But
starting with the Jeremy clip.
Anytime, this is why I can't scroll Twitter.
Oh, by the way, Twitter is absolutely catered to your search history. So if you are a normal user who doesn't use Twitter to goon, then you will not see just hardcore porn on main unless you go into someone's replies. Now, like, if you click on one, like, booby picture or something, which is, you know, it's fair enough. Everyone does that from time to time. You probably see, like, a lot more of that content coming to you because it's literally just how the algorithm feeds you things. This was fed to Jeremy because that's exactly what he's looking for. It wasn't in a comment. It was on his main feed. And there's a kind of also a little extra detail here in that Jeremy is obviously trying to court the lady, Melanie Mack, who I think has a boyfriend. I don't know. But she has taken a very strong anti-goon stance with video games. Like, they couldn't say, like, what was it, Stellar Blade? Like, oh my goodness, don't play these Korean gooner games because pornography's bad for the brain. Even though which is totally hypocritical of her because she's into Tomb Raider. But anyway. So Jeremy has to keep up this facade that he's a good Christian boy, didn't do nothing. He's even wearing his crucifix right now, which is ridiculous because, like, after Charlie Kirk died, he grifted the death of Charlie Kirk so hard. There was like 5 videos every other hour with the most insane conspiracy theories that nobody believed. Jeremy was just looking for ways to put Charlie Kirk's name into videos that had nothing to do with him. And he's like, I'm going to become a Christian. I'm going to start going to church. I'm going to have babies. How's he working on that? How's the Reddit forced cream pie cuckold porn helping you achieve those goals, Mr. Jeremy? Who is this person? It's not worth learning his name. He's going to be gone soon.
That's my out. Like, if I'm ever hosting, I'm not logged in because.
Oops, that's 1.25 speed. I was zoomer maxing. All right, there we go.
That way, it limits what you can see because I don't.
Oh yeah, sensitivity warning. Yeah, I guess I could probably do. Go back to. The
I mean, that's just good advice.
Find boobs on the internet, all right?
Wait, is this an actual quote from Jeremy?
The warning. Yeah, I guess I could probably do. Go back to the boobs. You guys know where to find boobs on the internet.
The porn has one purpose: to destroy humanity. 7,000 likes. Look, if you're overdosing on porn, then yes, it's bad for you. But, like, I think that everything bad for you can be enjoyed in moderation, obviously. But it is very funny to see someone taking a hard line like this. Having been caught in such 4K situation. Oh, Jeremy, what are you doing?
All right.
Also, don't.
Yeah, don't do that. But
the Quaterting showed some adult content on his stream by accident because he was scrolling Twitter. And then he went to Twitter and complained about it. During my stream today, I was just minding my own business, scrolling a trending news thread, and my entire audience was greeted with hardcore corn. Lol. Sorry, guys. I guess it's not safe to scroll X live. I really effing hate the degenerate porn on this site. At Elon Musk.
Like, that's the thing. He's like trying to blame it on somebody else. It's Elon Musk's fault. No, it's your fault. It's always somebody else's fault with Jeremy. He's impossible. It's anathema to him to take any accountability for any of this. No, he saw that because that's what he wants to see. That's what the robots decided that he wants to see based on his viewing patterns. As soon as the stream ends, and in fact, even probably just during the streams, as we're going to see, with some resurfaced old clips when he was, what's that chick's name? Sydney Watson? When he was streaming with her, he's getting hard right during the stream. I think he needs to do a stand-up check.
Live. I really effing hate the degenerate porn on this site. At Elon Musk. To the uninitiated, maybe this is the case, but Quaterting is
initiated. This is just an evergreen
He knows this. I know this. I don't scroll Twitter without pre-screening what I'm going to show. Now, this is one thing. Whatever. He was getting roasted for this tweet. But the funny part is the community note. The community note is the most savage community note I have seen in a long, long time. Community note says, OP has previously shown their recently searched bar on their browser live stream. Live on.
How do you become a community note person? Because I've seen some that are really funny. And usually Jannies are like the worst kind of people in the world. With the exception of a couple Twitter community note people. Do they get randomly selected? Do you apply? I'm curious.
Stream revealing they have searched for quote unquote Reddit forced cream pie before. with an explicit search that specific, it is easy to assume they search porn frequently and get recommended porn in their feed. Oh,
Like, it's not even like, what's the most embarrassing part about it? Is it the forced cream pie or is it the Reddit? Because the internet is built for porn, so like you can find it anywhere, but you're going for the Reddit tier cream pies? That doesn't make sense to me. Like, is Reddit like, surely not, right? Because like to log into an 18 plus not suitable for work subreddit, you'll need a Reddit account. That means that Jeremy has a Reddit account that's just all of his gooner selection. If he ever exposes his account, everyone will be able to see about all the forced cream pies that he's been taking. Definitely the Reddit part.
Goodness. Like, holy crap. What are we talking about here, dude? Listen, Quaterting, even though you unfollowed me on Twitter, I'm here to help.
The snake.
I'm here to help.
The
Quaterting,
snakening has begun.
welcome to the internet.
The Quaterting has, like, for somebody that exclusively deals in drama slop and like the woke left, like the culture war, the divide between the left and right, you would think that you would have like a modicum of, you know, thick skin. I mean, he has some of the thickest skin in the planet because he's like 500 pounds or something. But like, he is the most sensitive person. He's constantly like checking his pulse, having anxiety attacks live. He's looking if he can mix up his benzos with alcohol because he's so stressed. Like, he needs to get out of this. Like, I know that his card channel is still, like, he tried to revive it and it's failing. It's already failed. He dropped $10,000 and he can barely get 10,000 views on that channel. So you would think, like, it would be good for him to switch into something that's not political, like something that's not divisive. Just find something that people enjoy. But he can't get away from it. Because he knows if he leaves the internet for even a second, if he leaves for a day, if he takes a vacation, his career is over. Because the only reason that people are watching him is because of momentum. His momentum rolling down the hill.
Let me be your guide. On the internet, there's a few basic rules of the internet.
True.
Rule number one,
The
nobody
internet's
gives a
for
fuck about you. They're here for the memes. They're here for the lulz. They don't care about you. And as long as you understand that, you will be okay on the internet. Nobody cares about you on the internet. They only care about the entertainment they can get from you.
I mean, I kind of disagree with this statement, but it's kind of true in the spirit of it. People just care about the internet, but because, I mean, people just care about being entertained. But because they care about being entertained, they get sort of attached to these reoccurring characters. And that's why channels like the Kino Casino are so successful, because they have this like reoccurring cast of jokers that they get to check in on. And it's honestly a very good model, just switching between them.
Okay, we've established that. No one cares, okay? Number two, if in fact you are caught doing something stupid, own it. Lean into it. Because people love self-awareness on the internet.
I mean, this is good advice, though.
Lean into this. So you should get your coffee company and you should have a promo code forced cream pie for a discount. Maybe you should give them 69% discount.
This is just good business advice. Like, I would never buy the Quatering's coffee. However, if he did have like code cream pie 69% off, that's the closest I'm coming to buying the coffee. Like, get the vanilla swirl code cream pie and it's going to sell. But he has to try and take his coffee company seriously because it's coffee brand coffee. No politics attached. What a stupid fucking idea that was. The only reason you're going to like pull people away from their established brands is because of their attachment to your own personality. But and it's such I mean, you don't need to listen to me tell you about how coffee brand coffee is a dumb company.
Promo code forced
It's
cream
obvious.
pie. You're welcome, Quaterting. I just made you a ton of money. I helped rebuild your internet persona and all is well. You're welcome. Or you can continue to pretend that porn offends you. Now, I mean, I've said many times, like, I personally
This
wish
is like the biggest one, I think, because I guess he's just forced to try and impress Melanie Mac. He's clearly a gooner. He's not getting any action from his wife. She's off in the Bahamas with the Skyball. Like, he's paying her to go on vacations so that he can sneak and buy some Pokemon cards while she's out of the house. I don't know what, like, I'm very curious about the relationship that he even has with his wife. It seems like it's purely for convenience. I cannot imagine him, like, even, like, you know, his wife comes home from a trip in the sky and he's like, oh, honey, how are you? I love you. Like, it just doesn't seem to be in his, like, it's like trying to imagine like a hippopotamus stand up and go like buy a can of Coke or something from a vending machine. Doesn't logically make sense. His wife is a synth. What do you mean a synth? Do you mean a simp? I think she's just on the free ride. It seems like every woman in Jeremy's life is just getting a free ride. You've got his wife, Melanie Mack, Hannah Claire. You had Sydney Watson until she like used him to monkey branch to a better opportunity. He's a gooner. Yeah, indeed, that's very true.
That it wasn't on Twitter. I would rather, if Twitter's going to be the open, forum, or what do we call it, the town square of the internet, then I would rather it not be on Twitter. But in no way, shape, or form does it offend me or does it bother me. It absolutely does not. I just know where to go for that, and I don't need it to be Twitter. But hey, if it shows up on Twitter, I'm not going to not look, because of course I am. Hopefully he'll...
This is what you have to be careful of, though. Like, unironically, I'm going to... I'm going to expose myself a little bit. I am very careful when I scroll on Twitter on stream, because from time to time when I am strolling on Twitter, I see like a big... I see some big assets, and I'm like, you know what? Let me just look for a couple of seconds. I'm like, okay. Then I keep scrolling. Twitter logs those few seconds. They're like, all right, this person's going to stop scrolling for just a second if we show them some big old... Well, you know what. So you got to be careful. Like, it can get us, like, the best of us can get caught by this. I think many people have actually been caught with the old Twitter scroller Rooney, but you just like laugh it off. Like, just like DSP unironically probably had a pretty good reaction to when he got caught gooning and masturbating live. He just like, oh, the stream was on the entire time. All right. And he just kept going. But Quaterting has to try and like correct the record, because he has to have people think that they respect him.
take my advice and use that promo code, and all will be okay. So we shall see.
A little later.
Yeah. So something terrible has happened, and I don't really know how to move forward with this.
Oh no, it's live drama.
I'm gonna need all of your support. This is gonna be a very difficult time for me and my family and my company. Ladies and gentlemen, the Quaterting is mad at me. The Quaterting is very, very mad at me.
Oh no.
So we uploaded a video here on Geeks and Gamers 2 where we were reacting to the Quaterting and his tweet that got community noted. And well, Quaterting did not like that. He did not like this video at all. And as I said in the video, my video, as I said, I'm doing this because he unfollowed me on Twitter. And I was just being petty. I was like, you want to unfollow me on Twitter because I responded to you bringing my analytics up, trying to justify your channel struggling.
I'm surprised people even notice that they get unfollowed. I guess on Twitter it does show if you're following each other or something, but like, how often do you go into the Quatering's Twitter account and like, oh no, he unfollowed me, it's over, my channel's under attack.
So we talked and everything was cool. I was like, we're cool, all is good, and we were. So I figured he'd follow me back. Well, he never followed me back. I took that as a petty sign of you're still pissed off. Well, if you're still going to be petty, then I'm still going to be petty. So I decided to, laugh at this joke, which is all it is. I'm not like, I do think Jeremy Hambley is a good guy. He really is a good guy.
This is the first thing that I think GD Cobra has said that I disagree with. Like, what makes Jeremy a good person? Can anyone name anything that he's done? Has he moved the needle of politics? No. Does he have insightful takes? No. I mean, I guess he's supported a bunch of single women that won't fuck him. So he's done some charity work, specifically to Sydney Watson, Melanie Mack, Hannah Claire, and I guess his wife. Can you name one solitary thing? One campaign he has moved? One piece of society that he, like the needle that he shifted? Anything. The only thing he has ever done is read other people's articles as slowly as possible so that he can fit in as many ads. It used to be 10 minutes. Thank God for him that YouTube changed it to 8 minutes, because now he just has to do 8-minute videos for his slop. If the Quaterting left the internet tomorrow, nobody would notice. They would just move on to the next slop merchant, which is basically anyone. I mean, we're all replaceable. Any moment it could happen. And that's a good thing, honestly. It keeps the competition going, But name one thing. A single thing. Would anyone miss him?
But
and I would actually say it's the opposite. He's not a good guy. He's actually a bad person. He's vindictive, he's spiteful, he's petty. He goes out of his way to try and hurt people that he thinks have wronged him. And he's the most snaky, manipulative, like, when you have like the male feminist that goes to the feminist rally to hit on women, he's like that kind of guy, but he's doing it on the right.
he is way wrapped up in the internet way too much, and
Who allows him to bot his channel? Is that part of the Rumble contract? There is some in-platform stuff you can do on, I assume, Rumble and also YouTube that allows you to effectively bot your channel legally, and that is by running promotions through the YouTube tab or through Google Ads. That's actually, we'll mention this a bit later in the Quaterting stuff after the DJ Cobra stuff, because Quaterting did admit that he bought subscribers for his channel using YouTube's thing, and he's paying an average of like $2 per subscriber, which is ridiculous because it doesn't actually have any tangible benefit. It's purely a vanity metric. But there's all sorts of different things. There's legal ways or terms of service ways and breaking terms of service ways you can actually bot a channel. On Rumble specifically, Rumble just does not have an accurate representation of who's watching. I'm not sure how they count it, but it seems like if you just see the channel for a second, it counts as a view. That's why you have these channels that have like 20,000 views live and there's like no activity, no donations, nothing. Because the Quatering's always begging for like subscribers and money and donations and things. But if he had 20,000 people live watching, that is incredibly profitable. Like when a stream gets to like 1,000 live viewers at a time, like per hour, you're making pretty good just on ad revenue. But there's also a certain amount of people that will always donate. It's like 1 or 2% of people in a stream will ever support it. So if you have like, 10, 20, 30, 40,000 people, which is what Quatering's claiming, the money should be there, but it's just not. So I don't know exactly how Rumble works, but it is severely inflated. I want to say like 4 or 5 or, even higher, like times percentage of what they're actually showing. Now, the only accurate thing you can see for Rumble numbers is if you go into the Rumble Studio, apparently, where it shows you the ad rates, because Rumble has these built-in ads, like for that, like 5G blocking, like scam buttons, and they'll pay you like, well, this is a $600 ad read, but that's only if you get the maximum penetration. So the only person that can tell you what the actual Rumble numbers are the Rumble person themselves. And that's the ad rates, because those are the only ones that matter on Rumble. Why they inflate the numbers? Probably because they're a small site that's trying to attract advertisers.
He's his own worst enemy at this point in time. I'm not going to show DMs, but he did DM me, and he was really mad at me. And the result,
apparently this is something that he does. Like apparently he was DMing Warski as well after they started covering him on the casino. Which is the stupidest thing in the world, because like, why would you give someone a receipt that you're mad? It's just something that you can show later down the line to say like, well, I mean, look, this is proof that he's actually viscerally mad. Spudkin with a £2 says, "You'd never catch me donating to a YouTuber. Very funny. Thank you for the 2. I could buy a sausage with that, a sausage roll down at the Combini. Thank you very much."
Was this Quaterting has blocked you now?
I mean, he's too busy. He's usually just blocking out the sun. But I guess, like, again, like the action to go and block something. Imagine being this upset. Blocking people, again, it gives you like a receipt of that you're actually upset. That's why the Chad move is to just mute people or just ignore their post entirely. Because then they don't get any feedback on how they're affecting you.
Well, at least we finally got to where we needed to be. Because my goal was, you're either going to follow me back or you're going to block me. And now at least we have some clarity on the situation. So you unfollowed me like a woman. Real men mute, all right? They don't.
That's true. That's what I do if ever I'm annoyed by somebody. Just mute them.
Unfollow. Real men mute. You don't tell people you don't like them. You just mute them. You don't give them the satisfaction of letting them know that they have pissed you off. You just mute them.
I've seen very little of DJ Cobra's content, but I'm liking what I see. He's very good at this. I mean, I think he's like, I want to say he's the highest super chat earner on American, like one of the top, like he's up there with like the televangelist marketers or something. I have muted you. That's not true. I don't think I've muted anyone on my YouTube. Like on Twitter, I'll mute people if they're like either grifting or just like engage in bait farming. It's like really annoying when I see that. So I mute that shit straight away. That's the only way you can actually send harm to those accounts, because it gives them a negative algorithm score.
So you unfollowed me. I just laughed a little more. I tried to give you some advice because you basically, the community note said that he was searching for Reddit cream pie or something like that. And I just said this.
Again, it's not just like the cream pie. It's the Reddit cream pie.
This is an opportunity.
So it's like double cucking, right?
To laugh at yourself. Self-awareness is a very powerful tool on the internet. Laugh at yourself and just meme on yourself, bro. This is what we do. Like, okay, just for a frame of reference, do you think for 1 second that I'm not going to take full advantage of memeing on Beardo for this ad being on my website on his search history.
Wait, what the fuck is this? Talchi walking based on your weight? It's like a plastic model, but then it just expands and becomes like this gigantic. I mean, I'm not gonna. I could zoom in to show you, but I'm not going to, because even though this is plastic and nothing wrong with it, YouTube can be a little bit temperamental of these sort of things. It reminds me of that MythBusters episode where Carrie got like her ass scanned, and then they blew it up to like a massive size proportion, so that they could try and see if your ass could get stuck on an airplane seat. Like if you flush the airplane seat while you're sitting on it. You have to wonder what happened to that mold after they finished with the episode, though. Do you think Jamie or Adam took it home?
Look at this fucking ad on Geeks and Gamers Daily from when Beardo was sharing the screen. I'm going to meme the shit out of you, Beardo, because this is what we do. So I think, like, ultimately the situation with the quartering getting mad at me and blocking me, it's just a fundamental difference in how people approach things. Me and my friends on the internet.
Well, yeah, because some people can laugh at themselves and some people are a bitch that can't take any criticism.
We laugh at each other, we meme on each other, we roast each other, and that's just what we do. I mean, Gary is the number one guy in our little corner here, him and Drinker, obviously, but like we do nothing but laugh at Gary and make fun of Gary, and Gary laughs at himself.
Speaking of like people making fun of, so Gary is nerdrotic, right? I saw something the other day, like I'm so uninterested in it, honestly, but like there's the Comic-Gate stuff, and there's like a big explosion happening there right now because apparently EVS was like lying about this guy that makes these puppets of Critical Drinker and Nerdrotic, and then he had like this 20-minute expose where he's exposing that like EVS donated $50 or 50 pounds as it was to like this dog charity or something. I'm trying to follow it, but I don't understand all of the nonsense because it's all wrapped around that Eric July stuff. And I can't for the life of me find out why anyone has any interest in Eric July. I mean, obviously he's got his own industry and stuff like that. But I mean, like, why do they think he's like a lolcow? Like, why do they think he's entertaining? I try and get an answer, but everyone just says like, well, I mean, everyone on that side that thinks that he's like Eric July is the Satan of their universe or something. It's like, well, he reacts badly. I mean, but he puts out comics. He's not, at least he's not scamming everyone like everyone else. Like Eric, like what is his name? EVS. Ethan Van Sciver. The urinal licker, crack smoker, and behind Wendy's fellatio man.
We don't take ourselves too seriously. And taking yourself too seriously on the internet is always going to hurt you. You don't, you know, I'm here for the memes. And as I said in my video talking about this, there's a couple of basic rules on the internet that, you know, I think will be helpful to everybody. And rule number one is that realizing that the internet doesn't give a shit about you. Okay. A grown ass man getting on Twitter and crying about porn is a very weird thing. People
He made a mediocre comic book, but all comic books are mediocre. None of them are good. I'm sorry. I've never been a comic book appreciator. There's just not enough space for a riveting story to take place in a comic book. I think that, unironically, I will say that I think comic books are the worst media just because there's such a limit of space to content. Now, some people say, well, brevity is the soul of wit. So if you can tell a story in a comic book, well, that means that you're actually very... I disagree. Like TV shows, movies, books, they're all great. But comic books, I just like, I've read a couple when I was a kid. I don't get the appeal. If you like the art, that's fine. But it's not for me.
Signaling over, stop watching porn, it destroys your brain. I don't need some motherfucker on Twitter to tell me what's good for me and what's not good for me. Why don't you fucking shut up, all right? If you personally don't want to watch
why you have arcs. Well, if it's like a graphic novel, then maybe it's fine. But like a 12, 20-page comic book, that's just like garbage. I can't believe it take... Like, what is Rainbow? Is it Rainbow the Brute? Is that the one that EVS has failed to deliver on for 4 years? He's writing 1 page a month? Like, that sort of slop is what I'm talking about.
Then don't watch it. But the moment you get on Twitter and start virtue signaling, saying, please stop watching porn, shut the fuck up. I'll watch whatever I want. I don't need some YouTuber's permission for what I'm going to watch. I don't need your fucking permission. Porn destroys lives. No, do you know what destroys lives? People destroying their own life. It has nothing to do with one thing or the other. I am very much anti-alcohol. I hate alcohol. I will never drink alcohol. I will never smoke a cigarette, and I'll never do a drug. I don't get on Twitter going, stop drinking alcohol. It destroys lives. Do whatever the fuck you want. If you want to go out and drink, go drink. If you want to go out and do drugs, go out and do drugs. It's not my fucking business. Now, I may not have you directly in my day-to-day life if you do these things, but I'm not going to sit there and preach on Twitter about not doing things. Do you know what happens the moment that I go?
I mean, he is just spitting straight facts here. Accountability, something that Jeremy he just can't do anything with. I gotta find that clip.
Hey,
I have a clip of him somewhere where it's like Jeremy blames the left on everything. The woke mob. My channel is under attack. This is the complete Jeremy's worst nightmare. Why don't you take accountability for your own fucking actions? You can't do it.
Stop drinking. Beer's bad for you. It's a bad life choice. And then people are going to go, isn't your favorite wrestler of all time Stone Cold Steve Austin, Jeremy, who built his entire persona around drinking beer? And then it just shows the hypocrisy in preaching about shit. Stop preaching to the fucking internet. Have your beliefs. Do what you want, but stop preaching to people and telling them what they should and shouldn't be doing. Nobody needs a fucking YouTuber's opinion over what they should and shouldn't be doing in their fucking day-to-day life.
I'll go further to say you don't need a YouTuber to give you any opinion for anything. YouTube is entertainment. If there are people that get so wrapped up, oh my goodness, we gotta get behind, rally the banners. The YouTuber's giving us an opinion. Just don't take things so seriously.
Nobody. And Quaterting has consistently been like, stop watching porn. It's bad for you. Like this motherfucker doesn't watch it. Get the fuck out of my face, bro. All right. Stop with that noise. So anyway, we laugh, we meme, we joke. He took it too seriously. Not my fucking problem. So, end of the day.
Well, I think hold on a second. Oh my goodness, this is not working. Something is going on with StreamYard today. I think we might have to stop using StreamYard entirely and go straight to OBS. It's not working. But Jeremy doesn't like porn because he simps for Melanie Mac. This is why he publicly doesn't like porn. This is correct. He absolutely does love porn, and he absolutely is simping for Melanie Mac. But she doesn't like porn. But again, this is kind of like a cope from her, because her entire persona is built around liking Tomb Raider, which is made as like a goon material game. And it's fine. I like Tomb Raider. It was fun when I was a kid. But the entire reason Tomb Raider was successful was because Lara Croft was attractive. The sex appeal, it works. It just does. And anyone that tells you it was like, oh, it's just because of the gameplay. No, the only reason people played Tomb Raider back in the day is because the protagonist was like this sexy chick. Now, was it a good game as well? Yeah, maybe. But that's what got people in the door. And so to make your entire personality, to have an entire Lara Croft statue in your house, and then claim that you can't play sexy games or gooner games or look at attractive women on Twitter is ridiculous.
I'm here for the memes. I'm here for the memes and only the memes. Simple as that. Those that preach the loudest have the most to hide. So it's just dumb and funny. And if he just
Angelina Jolie, yeah. Angelina Jolie Tomb Raider was GOAT, made me manly. There's some fun stories about that. Like I remember watching that back when I was a kid, and I was reading the story about how like Angelina Jolie used to have a boyfriend that was obsessed with Tomb Raider. And like I think he tried to get her to dress up as like the Tomb Raider chick, and she never did. And then after they broke up, like, you know, many years later, then she became the actual Tomb Raider character. But I was hearing this stuff about like there's a new Tomb Raider coming out, right? Like with the Sophie Turner chick from Game of Thrones. Doesn't quite look the part, in my opinion. And like people are thinking it's going to be like a big bait and switch because they had like her in the like traditional outfit, and then there's these images of her dressed up like Solid Snake. I'm gonna hold my opinion on that until I see it, but I don't have a good feeling. I think it's going to be pretty shit. Because the problem with Tomb Raider is it has to be fun, it has to be silly, you have to be fighting dinosaurs or locking the butler in the fucking fridge or something. If they have a reference to that, maybe it'll be good. But if they try and take it like straight, like serious, it's just not going to be any fun.
Taken my advice and just memed on it and laughed at himself, all would have been good. But he didn't. So here we are. Anyway, that was quick, Dan. Yes, absolutely. It's just crazy. Should have made creamer brand creamer. I know. Dude, seriously.
I'm pretty sure he does have like some vanilla or flavored like coffee beans. So it actually is a very natural marketing campaign to have the code cream pie for 20% off the vanilla beans or some shit.
No matter how much somebody, I guarantee you, okay, if Quaterting would have taken my advice right here, you are caught doing something stupid, own it, lean into it, because people love self-awareness on the internet. Lean into this. So you should get your coffee company and you should have a promo code forced cream pie for a discount. maybe you should give them 69% discount if they use the promo code of Forced Cream Pie. I mean, why wouldn't you do that? Why wouldn't you just do that? Hey guys, I got completely destroyed on Twitter with the community note. It was savage as hell. We've all seen community.
All right, I think that's kind of the end of it. He's going to kind of just repeating himself a little bit here. Dagon says, I was told this stream was funny and weird. D-Day Cobra, Jeremy, or myself? It's just like Streamception. There's just like streams after streams after streams. All right, I think that's a pretty good clip, though, by Alyssa Clips. All right. So let's take a look at what's Jeremy up to recently. Let's take a look at this, his response. I see he's back on Twitter, and he's talking with Luke. I've actually never seen this guy before. And Hannah Claire.
Stop it!
Is this the guy that he was trying to get rid of at Amfest so that he could try and have Melanie Mac all to himself?
Yeah. Like, okay, it's okay to have cycles. It's okay to go up and down. I've been in this game for 21 years.
Right.
Right. There's going to be times you get very low viewership. You're going to get but are you consistent with your morals and your values? Very few.
Does Jeremy have a moral or value? Does he stand for anything? Or is he just I mean, he does stand for one thing. He's like Mr. Krabs, but not lovable. The only thing he cares about is getting $1. You can just see in his shadowy, raccoony eyes that he's just thinking about the grift. That's the only thing he believes in. And that, I think, like, if he leaned into that, I could respect him at least a little bit. But he's trying to say it's like a moral thing. Like, I'm on the side of the right. I'm fighting the woke. No, the only thing he cares about is the money. The money. But the money's getting less and less and less. And he's spending, I mean, money goes pretty fast when you spend $250,000 on trying to impress Australian women.
People are, right?
Well, buy Luke's career a drink. That's how long he's been in this game.
Yes. Yeah, there is one guy. Yeah, there's one guy who had a crying meltdown and was DMing me because I said the space was down, and he was like, "How dare you mention my channel? It really blah, blah, blah."
Is this a true story? Did everyone clap Jeremy? I don't think that Jeremy's getting the DMs begging for apologies and crying to him. I think it's the reverse. In fact, we know it's the reverse because he's done this at least on 2 occasions, which means that he's doing it all the time.
And then his views have been down, so instead he starts doing videos from dedicated hate subreddits about me. He's like doing video. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? I'm like, oh, your channel views are down, so now you're gonna start trying to pick a fight with me, so I make a video about it.
This is literally what Jeremy's doing.
I'm not gonna do it. I'm just gonna stay on task.
Yeah.
And keep going forward because that is the short-term off-ramp. You'll get a temporary boost, but then when things come back around, you'll be forgotten because people will remember that you snaked everybody.
Is there a single Jeremy video that isn't like about drama or conflict? Is there anything he's like enjoying? I mean, I guess maybe the RC videos where he's just playing with like Zoom in his backyard or some shit. But his entire career, every single video he has on his channel is talking about the drama. The woke left is attacking me. All of this stuff.
For a short term, for a couple extra super chats on one live stream. It's
and
like,
I would assume that if you become the person that's like, I'm here to be negative and to trash other creators, it would change your reputation. If your channel is actually about the news or bills in Congress or whatever, like chasing the temporary high means that people remember you for drama as opposed to
like, can we just stop this? Like, it's about the news. It's just about what people are entertained by. If the news is like, oh, Congress is talking about Epstein, that's the news. If people are interested in Idubbbz being a dragon, that's the news. The only thing that matters is if people are enjoying a show or not.
Politically relevant content.
Stop trying to like segregate these different. Like, I talk about serious topics only.
I used to do a lot of drama stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, and a lot of.
What do you mean used to? Oh my goodness, the audacity of this.
That is a psyop too, to be audience captured in a specific way that absolutely is destructive, and it feeds other agendas that people pay for with fake views and bots and clicks, and that's why it's more important than ever.
Fake bots and clicks. Okay, we should remember this for a bit later.
To have a long, consistent record of standing behind principles rather than the current thing, right?
Yeah. Let me try to decode this super chat.
So when is Takaichi-san going to throw you out of the country? She's not. People don't understand what's happening in the Japanese elections, okay? People literally think that the Japanese elected Takichi because of, like, Johnny Somali. That's not the case. The reason that the LDP has been elected is because the price of the yen was the shit, and cabbages were, like, 300 yen a head. I'm not even joking.
When I first started working with you, someone described you to me as the TMZ of YouTube, which I thought was really funny.
That's not... Yeah, that's not an unfair.
Whoa. Wait a second. Is he pantless?
Yeah,
that was really funny.
That's not. Yeah, I mean, that's not an
Okay, I gotta go through this like frame by frame.
un.
His belly's showing. You can see there, a little slips out. I mean, he does need to have a pretty big shirt.
An unfair comparison. I used to make a lot of videos like sniping at Tim and this kind of stuff. And then I realized like, oh, the reason Tim's lasts as long as he has is because he doesn't do that shit.
So now he's just glazing Tim all the time?
And like, so now when I see other creators who are literally crying in my DMs because their views are down, making videos.
I don't believe it. I don't believe people are going to the Quaterting for help. Jeremy, my channel, I'm down 20%. This is not happening. This is absolutely just projection on his part. He's coping about views. He's coping about drama and sending DMs to people. We know this is the case.
Like standing with like people who spread, hate about me just to get some super chats. I'm like, oh, this is what people thought of me. This is what people thought about me when, the Brie Larson money train was over. I'm like, oh, I regret that. I regret acting like a baby back bitch and not just understanding that like things are down right now, but they won't be down forever. I'm going to try to figure.
Stop it.
Not so sure about that.
Yeah.
Not so sure about that. All right, going into the Jeremy Ham Planet channel. Return of the Mac and Cheese is the guy that on Kiwi Farms, who's basically the one person that can be fucked to stand by and to actually watch Jeremy's content. Jeremy Hambley, the master of marketing and business that has another massive expense to tell us about. At least this time it was related to his actual money-making operations. Jeremy explains to Hannah how he was running his videos as YouTube ads in December and January. And that's why his subscribers jumped up so much. And this is a question that people are asking because they were like, well, is he buying subs? The answer was yes. He was just doing it officially. So much so that his views were still low. Jeremy goes on to explain that it costs around $200 in advertising for each new sub. And it's not a sustainable business model. Of course it isn't. It's ridiculous. But it worked to revive his main channel. And now his views are back to the levels they were last year. All right, let's see what he says about this.
Who will
All right, I'll give this a second to load actually on Kiwi Farms. I think, did I preload this one? Some of them I did, some of them I don't. But we'll take a look at actual Jeremy's social blade for it. Well, not the social blade, this is view stats. I think it works a bit better. But you actually see here that his subscribers are going up. He has gained about, looks like what, 20,000 subscribers by paying YouTube thousands and thousands of dollars. But the reason I think he's doing this, because if you notice, he's at 1.9 million views. He's trying to get back over 2 million views, or if he ever was over 2 million views, because then it's like it's purely a vanity metric. This is the first time in a year that his subscribers have gone up. It's been stagnating, and now he's finally like, I'll pay for some stuff, but that's his subscribers. But subscribers don't necessarily watch your channel. If you actually go to his views, nothing happened. He's like, well, I paid for some stuff in January. Okay, you got like this 20% bump. That's nothing. Thousands of dollars. You got an extra 700,000 views. That could just be a regular occurrence. All right, let's see if this is loaded now. Take a look.
write a book, right? And then it'll be like, it's the #1 bestseller. But actually, they have a nonprofit that's
He's always on Twitter too. Timcast News.
bought
Surprising.
like 10,000 of them.
True,
They're in a warehouse. They give
true.
them out at every event.
Yeah.
I believe, and I don't blame him for it, that Turning Point probably did spend some money promoting this, right?
Of course
I
they
don't
did.
think they necessarily
Yeah.
bought viewers, but it's not like it was just a like word of mouth. Like, if you guys hear about it, let me know. And we know this with YouTubers. Like, there are YouTubers who will spend money to promote a video. They'll have a certain amount on top, but the number is slightly higher because they are promoting it in a way that is, encouraging, driving traffic there.
Well, that's what I did in.
Like, why would you like this? She's saying this is a bad thing. Essentially, she's saying there are some people that are forced to go and buy views. And then Jeremy's like, well, yeah, I did that.
In December, January, I stopped in February, but everyone's like, he bought subscribers. I'm like, no, I was running YouTube ads.
So you bought subscribers? Jeremy, you paid to get more subscribers. No, I paid YouTube to get me more subscribers.
Because
that's buying subscribers.
Things were leveling off. I wanted to see if I could re-engage. And look at that.
And by the way, I don't think there's anything wrong with this. Like, I don't think there's a problem with like using the platforms to try and like boost up or try new things. Absolutely, you should be experimenting and trying new things. But it is very ironic. It is very funny. And he chose the worst possible one you can do. Because if you go into the YouTube promotions, so YouTube has like this tab. It's called the promotions tab. There's also the Google advertising or Google Ads tab. And you can run campaigns on your own or other people's videos. And this actually happened to one of my videos, but it wasn't me who was doing it. It was like someone in India was running ads on my video, which is very strange. I disabled that feature because you can disable other people running ads on your content. I mean, not like advertise, but using your video as an ad campaign is what I mean. But like, all the details don't really matter. Basically, YouTube boils things down to: do you want to get clicks on your website or your your products you're selling? Do you want to get video views or do you want to get subscribers? So Jeremy went into the YouTube tab and he selected the option to get subscribers. Now those are useless and they're purely for his own vanity, because anyone knows if you're subscribed to a channel, you don't get that video served in your feed unless you actually watch that content. So this is the worst possible investment he could have made. But he had to do it because he has to have people think that he's a big YouTuber and that he's influential, because that's the only reason he's getting attention from anyone, for money.
Worked. Now my average viewership is back.
It's basically no difference based on these stats. Like, if anything, it's going down over the last year. Over the last 3 months, there's a slight bump up here, but this could just be related to like a various trending topics and things like that. As you can see, it's going back down. Over the last month, I think it's just pretty standard. It's had basically no effect. He had this massive spike up here. I think what happened here is he unlisted some videos. I'm not sure. Usually when there's a down spike like this, it's because the YouTuber is like unlisting or deleting videos.
It was up 20% last month. Obviously, I can't afford to run YouTube ads, very long because it's expensive. But I was like, let me see if I take a video that's underperforming and I get it out of like this YouTube silo. And sure enough, it worked. But
it didn't work though. Like if the marketing, it clearly didn't work, because if it did work, you would keep doing it. He's like, well, I can't afford to keep doing it. So essentially you're just pumping up a video's views with life support money. But that's a losing proposition, because the money that you're investing into the video being pumped up is not money that's coming back on the back end. So it's a negative cash flow cycle. So what do you mean it worked? It didn't work. You just couldn't afford to keep doing it. It just made your metrics look a little bit better to outside observers who have no idea how any of this works. It's a net loss.
The views on that video.
Like if this was an effective feature, everyone would be using it because it would be a net gain.
80,000 of them were from my own channel. You get like 2,000 paid views, and it costs you so just so people know what it costs you to do YouTube advertising versus, new viewers. It probably ends up being like $2 to find a new subscriber.
That's ridiculous.
Maybe less if you're really good at it.
Wait, so he got 20,000 subscribers. So is he implying that he spent $40,000 to get those subscribers? $2 per view, right? Because it went up. He said around the January period, right? December, January. This is where it goes up. So he gains 10,000 around December, and then up, So 20,000. So 40,000 people is essentially what he's saying. $40,000. And he's begging people to support his channel. 150K. I don't know about this. Maybe. I mean, there are times you want to run ads on YouTube if you're like a business. Like if you're selling a product, people are very unlikely to click on a product video. So you could like boost that up with YouTube views. But then you're not making money on YouTube. You're making it on the back end with the product. But that's not what Jeremy's doing. He's not backing Copy Brand Coffee with these bought views. He's trying to get people to watch his YouTube political slop. It's like one video he got 10,000 and it looks bad on his channel. So he boosts it back up to 50K so that he can pretend that he actually has a live audience. Then he can use that to try and grift off advertising in the future. On credit too, most likely. Maybe. Yeah, subscribers basically are meaningless. Like engaged viewers is the only metric that really matters. There is some caveats to this, obviously. Like the first 1,000 are pretty important because you need those to get monetized.
If you're like, it is not a sustainable business model to be, running YouTube ads. So yes, they might have run some.
So there you go. He bought Doomput. All right, what do we got here? All right, so this is the new content. So Jeremy's decided that he's going to revive this channel, Unsleeved Media, which I think is a really bad name. Wait, hold on a second. Let's have a look at this promo video he's got. So this is from 9 years ago. Oh my goodness. Hold on a second. How do I make this? Wait. Where's the this is his promo video. It's okay. I don't even need to see it. I'm just trying to make it bigger. So Unsleeved Media. This channel's been dead for like 9 years because he got banned from playing Wizards of the Coast, Magic the Gathering, Pokemon. He's decided to reboot this, and there's a reason he's trying to do it. The worst name. I really don't like this name. It sounds like, you know when like what is that thing that happens when you grab a bar and then it like degloves your finger? Like it's got this context, this you have this like icky response to it, like, ugh, ungloved finger. That sounds disgusting, because it is disgusting when you get ungloved. But unsleeved has that same kind of connotation to me. It's like unsleeved. I mean, it makes sense, but it's just not good. He could have come up with something a lot better than this. Now, he tried to revive this, but as you can see, so let's go back. So 3 years ago was the last time he was on this channel, and he was looking rough. 28K. He's decided to revive it 10 days ago. 27,000 views, which is not a lot. Like 20,000 views on YouTube, you make a couple $100 from that. Like, it's not very much. But then it's crashing hard. 15K, 10K, 6K, 2K. And he was trying to be like, well, I'm gonna review the cards. I'm gonna pull my Pokemons. I'm gonna get some content. And this is what he wants to pivot to, by the way. Because about a year ago, he mentioned about how he knows that the political grift is dying, but it's specifically for him. Like, that's what he tells you, is like it's dying for everyone. It's not. He wants to transition out of it and just get into his hobby stuff, but it doesn't make any money. So he went back to the drama. Back to the drama. Feminist takes down Blizzard. Overwatch forced to make women ugly to appease the woke mob. Overwatch is cooked. Long live Marvel Rivals. Like, Marvel Rivals is also just slop. It does have sexy girls in it, though.
Particular, mostly classic.
So this is the content that he's putting out, and he thinks is going to be his new bread and butter.
Never really played retail. But that just has more to do with when I got into the game and what I like. I'm not saying retail's bad. I just
going to give you an example.
Never really played classic, and they also obviously make video games.
He's so squirrely. Like there's just something disgusting about him. He's like I don't know. It's like he's Grima Wormtongue maxing. He's got that like he can't sit still. He's always looking around. He's always scratching himself. It's like there's something very gross and slimy about this. At one point.
Wildly,
which you think would suit a card opening like channel, but it doesn't.
Popular video games, Diablo,
like what's going on?
Overwatch, and a few others through the years. But now they're really more so in the industry of
he's tweaking. That's what it looks like.
Idiots of
pleasing the woke. Now, what happened here is that Overwatch is doing some really weird shit right now. So if you ever played Overwatch, like I've got a clip from Overwatch, what it looks like today. This is the actual state of Overwatch in 2026. I am not joking. This is not a parody. This is what an actual game of Overwatch looks like as of today.
Round 1. Capture the objective.
Now, there may be some people in the audience that are listening and not watching on their phones, or there may be some people that never played Overwatch. So I'll break this down for you. This is a map that used to be a 5v or 6v6 battle, and it was a lot of fun. I played Overwatch when it came out. It was great. But it went downhill very quickly. It has now been reduced to 10 versus 10 or 6 versus 6 cats flying around in jetpacks just shooting each other. This is the new character, Jetpack Cat. But this is part of the new grift they're doing, because Overwatch 2 was such a failure. They didn't have any PvP. They've brought back loot boxes. They've basically reversed everything. And Overwatch 2 has actually cut the 2 and just become Overwatch again. So they're actually moving backwards. This is like, it's unheard of stuff. They're actually going backwards in the series. But they've just released 5 new characters. One of them is Jetpack Cat, which is what's happening on screen right now. But one of them was this Chinese woman. And she's being voiced by this feminist. And this feminist lesbian chick, who's also a streamer, she decided to use her platform the second she got hired to try and make the characters, make the people at Blizzard, make the character look more ugly. This is what Jeremy's talking about. Now, it's not really they're making more ugly. They want to make her look different from the other Asian characters, because everything in Overwatch looks the same. But this is the actual state in 2026. It's a sad state of affairs, I have to say. So Jeremy's gone back to his bread and butter, essentially, of talking about the woke grifting. Now, this is a clip from a long time ago, I believe. It's back when Sydney Watson was on his team. Let's see what this is about, shall we? So they're reading a Daily Wire. Pediatricians privately slame American Academy of Pediatrics for pushing puberty blockers to teams. And this is the woman that he paid like $250,000 to work for him.
As someone who makes content and has done for so long, I don't have
any good equipment, and I don't, and people don't realize this, like I just fly by the seat of my pants for everything. I'm like, oh, it'll be fine. And like I bought myself some new headphones because my other ones are falling apart, and I've always yearned to have white skull candy headphones. I think they're so cool.
It's like the most basic bitch thing you could buy, essentially.
And I finally bought myself some, and I was like, this is nice. This is nice. I'm upgrading. So.
Yeah, well, you could probably put it on your wiki feed or whatever.
I love it that people are finding these old clips of Jeremy where he's just creeping on every single woman that he's ever had on his show. So this, I think Sydney Watson was his first female co-host, right? Is that correct? Like, well, you could put it on your wiki feed. Like, okay, so it's kind of like a joke. Okay, nothing wrong with that, right? Like a little wiki feed joke.
Amazon wish list or something. You're on WikiFeet. Did you know that?
Doubling down on the WikiFeet comments. Do you know you're on WikiFeet? How would Jeremy know that?
I know. I don't have a very good rating though because my feet are genuinely ugly, and I accept that.
She's got ugly feet.
I like that you know your rating. I just happen to. I usually peruse the comments.
He peruses the comments of WikiFeet. Oh yeah, It reminds me of that Dungeon Soup video with the gnomes. Like that's what Jeremy reminds me of. I'm just gonna peruse the old wiki feed. Oh, you got them nice slender Australian feet. Look here. He's such a slob.
Just so everyone knows, like
I'm gonna look at it. Do you have one?
I don't know. I hope so. I've put my feet on the internet before. I hope I do.
He's rejected from the wiki feet. Oh, you got them slender elf feet, don't you? What was this one? Oh, this is the one where Jeremy loses it and gets his gooner face on. What a face, by the way. All right.
That was, in a way, I suppose, made out of the same kind of material that you might find a bathing suit made out.
All right, so Sydney Watson's talking about going braless and wearing like lycra or something as a t-shirt.
But it was just, like a little summer top. And I bought it with the intention of not needing to wear a bra with it because it was tight enough and close enough to the body that it was an issue. I am also mildly on the fence of like, free the nipple in the sense that I don't have an issue when girls are.
Jeremy's like love it. Like he's gooning right now. If you asked him to stand up, you'd be seeing him pitching a tent.
Wearing a shirt where you can see their nipples because I don't think nipples are inherently sexual, and it's really weird to me that they've been sexualized because they are used to feed babies. So I had bought this shirt. I went to wear it out one day and it looked cute. My outfit looked cute. You could very clearly see, things.
A protrusion.
You could clearly see some piercings as well. And, and the man.
He bit his lip. Look at that. The second you could see some. This is the face he makes. It's zoomed in. Thank you for the farmers that screenshot that set. So you could see some nip. I'll replay. I'll do the instant replay. Shall we?
You could clearly see some piercings as well. And and the man was like, Sid, you are not wearing that out of the house. And I was like, why? And he's like, because a dude's gonna.
All right. First of all, I gotta call bullshit on this by Sydney Watson's story. She's like, I don't think that nipples are sexual at all. They're just for feeding babies. So anyway, my nipple piercings were bleeding through my lycra skin top. Like, of course she knows they're sexualized. This is some bullshit. Like, don't try and pretend. Oh, I have no idea. The nipples are not sexualized, but I did get them pierced, and so they can show through my lycra swimsuit top. But yeah, that's the Jeremy segment for you. He's imagining the smell, indeed. If only this was in 4K. We need to get these like the premium version of this. That one's on her 100%. Yeah, it's good that her man decided to shut it down and tell her to stop being a slag and put on a real top. Your virgin ears. She loves the attention. She's a woman. Of course she loves the attention. He almost busted a nut. I feel like this is going to be a sticker on the casino this week. Almost certainly. There's actually a really good Idubbbz sticker as well. Which we'll get into the Idubbbz section in just a second, I think. That's most of the quatering stuff for today. I think we'll be covering the quatering more often because I actually really enjoy it. He used to be the most boring part of... Like, Idubbbz and the quatering, actually, the two people that we're mostly talking about today, they used to be the most boring people to me. But, like, somehow, it's essentially PvP. He's been slopping through the slot mines for, like, the last 2 years, and he was able to force it into a meme, and now it's really funny. And now I'm very invested in seeing this story, especially recently with Jeremy's stuff. But anyway, quick little detour before we get into the Idubbbz stuff. Is the LolCow NASCAR sponsorship. We did mention this before, but they have a new ad. Let's take a look at this. We sponsored number 11, Cody Dennison in NASCAR. So that's Camelot. Now, obviously, this is like an AI slop video. I feel like sponsoring a car is a bad move, but it kind of makes sense because Cody does have like a relationship with Boogie, and he was actually like one of the people considered for being a host of Locale Live. So this sponsorship does make sense. I do find it hilarious though that the Locale car, Crash-A-Lot car, is actually just shown crashing. It's a little bit prophetic. So we'll have to see if Cody goes up in a ball of flames when he races. But I don't know. I'm not sure they're going to get their investment back on this. I'm not sure that the Locale fans and the NASCAR fans that like watching things go around in a circle all day, every day, zoom, are going to be interested in watching. Well, maybe they will be, because I guess that's what Boogie and Wings are doing all the time, is going around in a circle. Who can say? All right. So now it's back to the Idubbbz section. Okay, so we're starting the illustrious Idubbbz. So this is a clip from his recent stream. And I did play this at the beginning, but I'll play it again because I enjoy it. Just the first 2 minutes of this. This is very real. I'm not making this up. Idubbbz is now a dragon.
Greetings. Greetings and salutations. Welcome to my home.
I should warn, if any of your doctors have warned you about dying of cringe, now would be a good time to check out of the stream.
This is my home. You are in my home. Make yourself at home in my home.
Oh no, Zap Brannigan hates dragons.
Sit on the piles of gold.
Idubbbz has no piles of gold. He's broke. And you can actually see how broke he is. You see up here, it says Denny's patrons. That's how much Twitch subscribers that he has, like paying subscribers. Now, I believe that each Twitch subscriber is $5. However, Twitch takes like around 50%. I mean, maybe it's like a 50, 60, like I think like really premium streamers, they get 70%. So let's pretend that Idubbbz is a premium streamer, and he's not. He can barely get over 100 live viewers at a time. But let's say he's getting like so he's got 680 subscribers or like gifted subs or whatever. Okay, so we times that by 5. Wait, that's divided by 5. I'm an idiot. All right, times it by 5. Okay, so at maximum he could be making $3,400 a month. However, we're going to times this by the 1.7. Let's say he's getting the best split possible. That means he's getting $2,000 a month, $2,500 a month. But he's living with Anissa. So that's divided over 2 people because she's not making any fucking money from my OnlyFans. So that's down to $1,200. And of course, we have to divide this per week. So essentially, Idubbbz is living for $300. 300 American dollars. Like, how much does that go a long way in Canada? Is Canada a cheap place to live? Are there any Canadians in chat? Can you get by on $300 a week? I know they're not paying for rent because they're living with their mum, like Anissa's mum, in the basement, unironically. Is that livable? Is that a living wage? Like, how much money do you make at McDonald's? What's the minimum wage in wait, let me see. Minimum wage, Canada. Let's have a look. So the minimum wage in Canada is what, $17 an hour? 17 Canadian an hour. So if he was making $17 an hour and he's working 8 hours a day, times, so he's making half of minimum wage, essentially. His entire career is now half of what a McDonald's worker makes. Holy shit. Good for him.
Take some gold if you'd like.
Oh yes, he's got all
Whatever
the gold.
you'd like to do in my home is fine by me.
He's not paying tax. Come on now.
I am here to entertain. You are here to watch.
Is the entertainment in the room with us now?
And obey. So cool. We do not use the word cool in my home. We use the word fantabulous.
What's that music he's listening to in the background? Mucky Weekend? That sounds a lot like his house, Mucky.
I am a scaly.
He's a scaly! Confirmed.
Big news. Idubbbz is a scaly.
I mean, it doesn't really surprise anyone, though.
And I have a bit of lore for my scaly self.
Oh, not the lore dump.
You've all heard of the burnt peanut.
Yes. Like, what are the... Like, I think the Burnt Peanut is literally the most popular streamer of all time. Like, right now. Very funny guy, honestly. Magda, with a 2, says... Title your video, Idubbbz does a bad dragon. That's a very funny title. I wish I'd thought about that. God damn it. I'll change the title when I get back.
He's been making a lot of news lately. How do you think he got that way?
Oh my god. So the implication is that he burnt the burnt peanut, like he got burnt in the flames of the black dragon.
It was I. It was I. I burnt the peanut.
What?
I have no association with his racism, though.
Yes, I'll mention the world's most popular and profitable live streamer, but no, child. I won't be taking any of his racist comments to heart. Oh my goodness, he couldn't even go 2 minutes without virtue signaling. There's a lot of details here. There's a lot of fun details in this clip, this short $2 clip. First of all, starting soon, he's late. This is very fun. This is what's like very funny about my start today, because it was literally not my fault. I started on time, but for 5 minutes, StreamYard was not sending any data to YouTube or something. I don't know. But let's see what we've got here. We've got the Medusa Media Monday. So hour 1 to 2 is the recap, the news, the urdles, scrandle. I'm going full scorched earth, literally. What does he mean by that? Then he has a 10-minute smoke, piss, drink, stretch, Kegel, squat break. Then the song battles. Oh my goodness. I won't subject you to the song battles today. That's like too much. But like, look at this. You might have missed it, but there's a Big Bang transition. Now that might be funny if it was ironic, but I kid you not. Idubbbz literally thinks the Big Bang Theory is the best show. He's actually watching it right now and he thinks it's the peak of humor. You know, like when you see something on Reddit, like, I mean, oh no, I'm exposing myself as a Reddit cream pie enjoyer or something. But like if you see something on Reddit that's like, Rick and Morty is actually a show for high IQ people. He literally thinks that the Big Bang Theory is a high IQ individual show only. All right, let's see. He also did this segment where he's like, he was lying on his bed singing, but like it's got some copyright music, so I won't play that part. It was pretty embarrassing though. Let's see. Here's him begging for subs as a Dragon mascot or whatever it's supposed to be called. And let me see if you can guess how much this dragon model costs in chat, because they actually found it.
If you don't keep this up, I'm not resubbing tomorrow. Please. 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 I need your subs. Look. Look at this. The Denny's patrons. They're rapidly declining. We need your subs. We need them now.
Now, how do you think this dragon segment did on the Benny? Like, how many Denny's patrons did he attract with this dragon dragon skit? Where is it? It's this one. So the next day, he talks about how effective the dragon was. Oh wait, this is the Stalker Child segment. But spoiler alert, he loses subs. You can see he's gone down. He's gone down, I think, what, 10 subs? What is he there, like at 667? Oh, no, not 6. He's lost 10 subs. Actually, when I went to his channel to see if it was all this bad, because, like, you know, sometimes people clip things out of context. Maybe it's just those rat Kiwi farmers showing his worst moments, and actually it's like a really hilarious stream. You can't watch his previous streams unless you're a subscriber. I'm no way I'm giving him any money. But this is the first clip that he has available if you go to his channel.
6 7 6 7 6 7. We love 6 7 6 7 6 7.
Not even joking. This is the height. This is the height of his comment. He's reacting to himself doing 6 7 and then saying 6 7 because he has 6 7 subs.
6 7 6 7. We love 6 7 6 7.
This is like this is actual purgatory. What did Idubbbz like? Sometimes I wonder if Idubbbz is the most punished man. Does he deserve this, chat? Hold on, we got to put a new poll in the chat, I think. Does Idubbbz deserve this? Let's see. Does he deserve this fate? Does Idubbbz deserve his fate? Oh, I said fat. I forgot the E. There we go. Oh, the Denny's patrons, they're rapidly declining. I will say that Idubbbz looks like he's actually enjoying this. That's the one thing. Now the question is, why is he doing this? Is he just having a bit of fun? Is he just having a giggle? There's two schools of thought about this. Some people think that he's trying to prepare for the new seasons of OnlyFans, which is like a World of Warcraft thing. Because apparently his stream is mostly just him failing at World of Warcraft hardcore. And I don't think he's ever made it past level 20, which is like a third of the way. I mean, to be fair, like the first 10 hours you can get to level 20. And then like it's another like 50 hours to get to level 60. Something like that. It's like the curve gets higher on the XP gains. But it seems like he's trying to bring this up as his new character that he wants to try and apply to OnlyFans with, and then like he'll be like, well, I'm the Dragon Man, or some other thing. Like this is his big brain move. Other people have said that the dragon is here so that when Anissa beats him and he's got a shiner rocking the next morning, he doesn't have to let anyone see it because of his appearance. Now, if you're wondering how much this dragon model costs, someone found it. Someone found it. It's $3. He purchased a $3 asset, or maybe he just got it for free, I don't know. Now, the question is, why would you do this? Which we have to go back to a classic Anissa tweet. Drugs? Drugs, question mark? I don't know, like this may be the only reason. Drugs? That would explain all of Idubbbz's behavior. Well, let's see what this is. And of course, he has a spurg out of Ethan Klein while doing his dumb dragon voice. All right, we'll take this one out. Who was the poster for this one, by the way? Bulgarian Lives Matter. Very funny post. Keep up the good work.
Give a hot pedo troll take and the voice. There's one character online that I'm not a fan of, mainly because he and his pedo troll podcast disrespects my queen.
Oh
Do you know who I'm talking about?
Anissa, his queen? The dragon queen? The bad dragon queen?
That's right, Vanilla Mace.
Wait,
They've been yapping about my queen, Vanilla Mace.
Who the fuck is Vanilla Mace? Is that like a song? Vanilla Mace. What the fuck is Vanilla Mace? It's like a vlogger? She plays video games? She looks exactly like Anissa. This is actually kind of crazy. Like, what the fuck? Is this not the spitting image? I mean, it's like Anissa, but successful. But this is exactly what Anissa looks like.
Yes. What?
What the heck? It's like the shitty tattoos, the shitty haircut. Is this unironically what Idubbbz's wife is trying to emulate? It's like a more chunky Anissa. But it's like she's wildly successful. Like she posted 11 hours ago, like 200,000 views, a million subs. Like I don't know who this Vanilla Mace is, chick. This is the first time that I've seen her. She's pulling in 5 million views a month. It's all starting to make sense. It's all starting to make sense. It's like the pieces are clicking into place.
Been saying that she doesn't support them because they're Zionists. They are, but, however, she made no claim of that. No claim of that. So keep your bullshit away from my queen, Vanilla Mace. Or I will mace you with my breath.
Is it just like, I guess the implication is that like dragons have corrosive breath, but it's just like he's just saying he stinks. His breath is equivalent to mace.
No, not stinky, not
Immediately his chat is like, whoopsie, stinky, stinky breath.
Parentheses stinky, parentheses flames.
Parentheses
acid
flames.
Breath. No, I'm not that sort
He's
of
an acid dragon.
My wife is, though.
No! He's just saying the quiet part out loud. It's too funny.
My wife is
Maybe the dragon allows him to speak the truth. It's like his headmate, where the dragon can expose all of his secrets. I don't know. He's living with the dragon inside his head. Do you think he's gonna snap one day and just like beat the shit out of Anissa? Like she's gonna come up to him one day and say like, okay, here's your $5 that you get to spend on food for this week. I'm going out to meet Hassan's orbiters, and he's like, now you've woken the dragon. I want that to happen. I mean, I don't want that to happen, but it would be funny if that happened.
Parentheses stinky, parentheses flames. Acid breath. No, I'm not that sort of dragon. My wife is, though. My wife is a draconid druid with acid breath. Nope.
Anissa has acid breath. She's corrosive.
It's the flesh off of all of the trolls and haters.
Oh my goodness. This is too funny. This is the funniest thing that he's done in years. Drugs? Alright. So Idubbbz actually has this segment. I could not make this up. But he has this segment, like, well, you know, you have Patrick Tomlinson, and he has no stalker child enjoy prison. Idubbbz has literally started doing this. This is his new intro for the Denny's prison. I don't know why he's into Denny's. Like, it is very funny though, because like, you know, we can make all these cops that are Denny's jokes and things. But this is his intro to his, like, I guess, ban reviews on Twitch.
The rules are confusing. They're ominous.
This is the stalker. Like, I know this is hard to interpret, but this is, he sent all of the trolls into jail underneath the Denny's, and now he's going to see if he deserves to give them pardons or not. So he's fantasizing about putting his chatters and the people that his detractors into his mental jail.
I have ADHD and cerebral palsy. Why the fuck would they ban me?
That's his intro. The Denny's jail. And he actually can see he's lost 10 Denny patrons, which is like $50. So it's not working out well for him. Let me see. Was this the next one? Is like, he talks about how the dragon works out, I think, for him.
Any metrics on what the freaks thought of the dragon? No, I don't have any metrics. Because the thing is, I have to look.
I mean, the metrics are right here. You can see that he's lost 10 subs since the last time he talked about this. That's not good.
For that shit. And it's not good for my mental health to be seeking it out. If it comes across my page, fine, that's fun. But
so he's like, I don't check my metrics. I just assume everything's working well. I've lost $50 this week.
I have
the dragon.
I have some methods of like what do you call it? People who it can get filtered through. But yeah, I think
Anissa, can you check my YouTube metrics? Are they subscribing for the dragon content?
I think the dragon. I think the dragon was a success. I think
it wasn't a success.
First foray into VTubing was a success. So the plan going forward is we're gonna have a day dedicated to.
Not the Day of the Dragon. Idubbbz is gonna have the dedicated Day of the Dragon. Dedicated Dragon Dildo Day.
VTubing Scorched Legume. Scorched Legume.
What the fuck is
will
Scorched
just
Legume?
Be.
Is that like
honestly,
his headmate's name?
Just a more unhinged version of myself. Really.
The more unhinged version of Idubbbz. Do you think he's gonna say the N-word again? Like, maybe the dragon, it's a black dragon, right? So it's got the pass. If he just, look, I will say that if Idubbbz turns on Day of the Dragon, and he just turns on the stream, he's the dragon, and he just starts spouting the N-word, I'd say he's back. That's the only way he can reverse his career's fortunes, if he breaks out the black dragon hard R's. That would actually be pretty entertaining. I just noticed that he had this, like, shitty snake tattoo, like, sticker on his wall. I'm pretty sure this is, like, pixel for pixel his tattoo, one of his tattoos that he has. It looks like garbage. Also, what the fuck is up with this wallpaper? Did Anissa's mum choose that, or did they choose that?
I think the...
Oh, Scorched Legume. Oh, I see. It's like a parody of Burnt Peanut. I see. I was, like, wondering what he was talking about there. That makes sense. Thank you, Cheat.
Dragon... It works. We'll see what happens. I'll experiment with maybe some proper VTubing rigs or something, but that one was really easy to pop up.
He's literally knocking off Peanut. Well, Peanut is wildly successful, and like Idubbbz is looking for anything that he can do to become successful. There's been some like questions about whether like Peanut is viewbotting or something. It doesn't really matter. Like he is very entertaining. I don't think I've seen even a second. Like I don't watch Twitch content. I don't watch the Burnt Peanut, but every time I've seen the Burnt Peanut come up, he seems very hilarious. And the best thing about him is he makes VTubers mad because he stole the VTuber award, which doesn't, like, literally does not matter because it was just the Twitch Friends Awards.
And mess with.
I'm not sure how that's going to work out for him. What was this one? What was this one? 3 minutes. Let me see. He starts spurging at different chatters, making fun of him mid-segment, and then he tries to find an image of the chatter's face in order to publicly dox them. Another chatter calls him out for trying to dox people, and Ian tries to justify it. All right, let's take a look at this.
We can also do a segment. You're right. We can do a segment where basically everyone who's a suspicious user is
anyone that's in the Denny's prison. If you're a suspicious YouTube user, or I guess Twitch user, if you're a suspicious Twitch chatter, you're saying my comedy's not funny, you say my wife's not attractive, you wouldn't pay for her OnlyFans, you're going straight to Denny's jail, suspicious YouTuber. We're gonna be doxing you.
What is that, on house arrest or something? I think it's house arrest. So, here.
I mean, he's on house arrest because he can't leave without his wife's permission.
Here's a good example. Let's not time out Drodosk.
Did he lose another subscriber did he lose another Denny's patron during this segment?
Okay. Let's not time him out. He's a creature, and he's saying, "You're looking rough, bro."
True.
Drodosk, I guarantee you, you are looking 10 times rougher than me right now. Guaranteed.
What is it like? I don't think that's possible. Like Idubbbz, dare I say it? I think if Idubbbz actually put some effort into like a regular style, like a normal, if he normie maxed, I think he wouldn't look too terrible. I think like the old Idubbbz where he had like short hair and he had his glasses, he looked like a perfectly normal guy. But him and his wife, for some reason, have done this thing where they try and make themselves as ugly as possible. So he gets like the mullet, he gets the undercut, he gets like the gold tooth that doesn't make any sense. And he just like trailer park maxes or something. I don't know what to call it. But the idea that this greasy goblin dragon impersonator looks better than this person in chat is just ridiculous.
The tough guy in chat
happens to most. Why do they do this? Like I've heard the idea before that some women do this so that they don't get hit on by men, and then when they're not getting hit on men, that weren't going to hit on them initially anyway. That they're like, well, of course people aren't hitting on me. I made myself ugly on purpose, and it's just a cope. But like, what is the rationale behind this? Is that it? Is it like self-destruction so they don't have to feel any rejection? But there's like a group of men on YouTube that kind of like have this Idubbbz look where they've got like the mustache, they've got the mullet, they look like they're just, I don't know, like broke. It's weird. He's absolutely filthy. I mean, that's true. It's cope. It must be. I don't understand it.
This is never looking good. Yeah. Drodosk can't keep. Wait. Do we have an image of Drodosk? Oh no, I don't think we do. I think it's...
Here's the problem is Ian's not allowed to be edgy anymore. Like, being able to pull up a chatter's appearance and then make fun of them is actually pretty funny, I think. And it can be, like, it can definitely lead into what the old Idubbbz, where he would make fun of people and he would, there was no limits on comedy. It would absolutely work for him, but he can't do that now because this, making fun of someone's physical appearance, that's not what people do on the left. You're not allowed to do that. If you want to be a part of the good boys, you can't do that. But unfortunately, he's always forever in the minds of trying to like claw back his reputation for saying the N-word once or a couple times. I don't know. Maybe more than a couple of times. He said it quite a bit, but they're never going to forgive him. They're never going to let him go. So you may as well just lean into it. Like just break out the hard R. It's the emergency time. It's like Blizzard breaking out the jetpack cat in Overwatch. Just break out the hard R's in case of emergency. I mean, Anissa would probably respect him more if he did. You know that she would. Like she would like if he dropped a hard R on stream, Anissa would scream and seethe, but that would actually be the first time they probably, did it in a long time.
I don't think we get a face.
We're gonna find your face, chatter.
There we go.
And the idea that the chatters is going to be the real face anyway, like people just use profile pictures from anywhere, so it's like it doesn't make any sense.
No. Sadly not.
Denny's
I think they're
patrons.
afraid.
I want to see this Denny's patron go down during this clip. That'd be so fun.
I don't blame you. Tough guys in chat. They're always ugly. POV stream trying to dox random viewer. I mean, look at you, dude. This is very what would you call it? This is very beta act.
Wait, we've got a rate of how many? A rate of 150 people with the Baconator. Okay.
This is
So now his streams at what? 160?
very what would you call it? This is very beta activity. Oh, thank you,
Beta?
Foxree. Or no,
Beta?
Fox.
Wait, I have to show this part here.
This
when
is
his
very
brain shuts
beta
off.
activity. Oh, thank you, Foxree. Or no, Fox.
What is going on here? Like, I had to use this as the thumbnail. I can see this being a sticker on the this week's casino as well. It's like his brain. Like, I need like the little loading screen going. Brrrr. He's like calling on his Anissa. Anissa, tell me what to say. Tell me what to say, Anissa. I've lost connection. Simple Ian. Simple Ian is the best meme. I think that's pretty funny. If he rebranded as Simple Ian instead of the toasted legume or whatever, that'd be better.
Foxer? How do you say that again? Foxer. Thank you, Foxer. And Foxer chatters.
Yeah, his wife walked back in the room. Demonic possession, exactly.
Right now, I'm attempting to berate a
Right now, I'm attempting to berate one of the chat. Well, he's not doing a good job.
a guy in the chat who's a little bit what's the word? Delusional. He right now he's trying to victimize himself and saying,
Huh?
trying to dox a random viewer. No, I am showing my face. You see that? If
Maybe
I
can we put the dragon back on? Maybe he shouldn't be showing the face.
want to look at what your face looks like, I can maybe click on your profile just to see, right? Especially when you're saying you looking rough, bro. But you don't have your face available.
True. It doesn't matter though. Like, even if this chatter was the ugliest guy in the world, the comment "you looking rough" is true. Ian does look rough. I don't know why he's pretending he doesn't. Like, two wrongs don't make a right. They could both be looking rough.
So there's nothing to even see. Doxing is something else. Thank you so much, Ozzy Osman, legend.
For what?
Into Pink, I am working on documentaries. I am.
Is he? The Idubbbz, the elusive Idubbbz documentaries are making a comeback? Was the last one he did like on, was it Airsoft Fatty or was it Sam Hyde? I don't know, like, if he breaks out the Anissa content cop or the Anissa documentary, I'd respect him. I don't think there's going to be a long line for the Idubbbz documentaries. And, you know, if I'm being honest, the only thing it could possibly be about is the Twitch political space or Ethan Klein. And he's already dropped the content cop on Ethan Klein and it backfired spectacularly. There's no work being done. Yeah, it's like me when I tell you that I'm really busy.
Showing only someone's face isn't a dox. Well, they're very sensitive, right? Like there was a guy, it was a really great, I don't know if you guys saw it. It was a really great bit where Hassan was looking at...
Oh, you know what? There was a comment I was going to show you on that, like, this reminded me, sorry, back to the quaterting for a second. So, hippies in the clouds. So when you go down to the the quaterting feminist takedown Blizzard, on his unsleeved media, the comments are really funny. The casino always wins. Literally no one was complaining about the character. Your Magic the Gathering content, sir. I just had to show that one. That was good. Unsleeved media. Now he's talking about Overwatch again. All right, back to the Idubbbz stuff. I forgot to show that, but thank you for reminding me.
Like a user's chat history, and they're being really nasty.
Nasty.
And as soon as he pulled up their like Twitch profile, it was them being like playing TF2 or something, and he immediately, upon having his face revealed, immediately just wiped his like decade-old Twitch account.
So this is just the fantasy where you beat up your bully. So he's like, well, Hassan pulled up someone's account and they immediately deleted fucking everything. He's like, so I could do that too. His entire life revolves around this. I guess his wife is revolving around her son as well, so that makes sense. He's like, if I could be more like a son, Anissa might love me.
He was just going through, just wiping out all this shit. I think he basically was just like, oh shit, I don't want to be seen. What the hell? But he was very excited to like chat shit in the in Hassan's stream. Yes, exactly. Doxing is when you notice me.
Oh my god, no, it isn't. Let me see if there's anything else in this in the Idubbbz stuff. Let's see. The chatter got made fun of him, got banned for the segment, calling him a cuck. Okay, we got to see this.
All right, Drodosk, I'll give it to you. If you want the ban, we'll give it to you. It took him 20 minutes to come up with a line about a cuck chair.
Because it's always funny. The thing is with being a cuck is you can never walk back being a cuck. You know, you could build 1,000 bridges and get cuckolded once, and you're not a bridge builder, you're a cuckold.
Bro, that is so tired. 20 minutes for that? All right, Drodosk.
All right, let's see. What do we also got here? The actual segment was about the chatter who got banned for saying that they're praying for Ian to find Jesus. The unbanned request shows that the chatter was actually genuine, and Ian says he would rather have it be that they're trolling him than actually praying for his life to get better. Oh no, say it ain't so. Ian. I have to load this one up. I guess I forgot to do this one. So this is in the Denny's dungeon segment. I'll so open this in a new tab so it actually loads up. Things can be pretty slow. Things can be pretty slow in the old Kiwi farms. Okay. Let me see. The unbanned request shows that the chatter was being genuine, and Ian says he'd rather have it be that they're trolling him than actually praying for his life to get better, calling the chatter shitty and delusional. I clipped the full segment here, includes the cringe intro from the first clip and the full experience. He eventually decided to unban the chatter, though, in a Twitch troll, letting his 100 viewers decide that the stalker child should be free from prison. And what is this other one? Should we read this one as well? What is this? No, I think we'll just check this one out. The Denny's review. Sorry, my voice is starting to go. This is like, I've recovered from being sick, but I still have this nagging cough and it sucks. So I can't laugh too hard, otherwise it triggers me. Fortunately, we're watching Idubbbz stream, so that won't be a problem.
The rules are confusing.
All right, Denny's intro again.
Lots of game. I have ADHD and cerebral palsy.
Vax status on.
Why the fuck would they ban me?
Oh my god, look at this. Look at that gross tooth.
And cerebral palsy.
I mean, I don't have very strong legs to stand on for that one, but...
Why the fuck would they ban me?
I don't feel so good, Ian Bros. Why do you get this, like, the gold tooth? Is it gold or silver or some shit? Like, the thing is, it's reflective, so it looks like he's missing a tooth most of the time. Is he just hood maxing? Like, if you walk around with that with Canada, it's going to get ripped out of his jaw at some point.
Welcome to the jail beneath the Denny's.
At some point, I'm going to try and figure out why he's obsessed with Denny's. Because I want to... Maybe we can, like, stitch in some Denny's segments with the... a cop going to Denny's or something like that.
Here, we decide...
No, it's not a dead tooth. It's like, he got it, like, covered in... He got it, like, capped or something with his last $10.
The fate...
I mean, maybe it's dead.
People who are in sus jail or specifically have been banned. Today, the person that we're looking at...
So this is 4 minutes of unredacted Idubbbz content. Let's see how far we make it.
Is a fuzzy little fella named Zone. All right, Zone.
All right, let's have a look what it says. So this is what banned him. Praying for Jesus. Praying you find Jesus, Ian. He is the way, the truth, the life. He loves you even though you mock him. I'm praying the best on your life. Deleted by Amelia Babe. So if you say I'm praying for you, you get banned in his chat. I mean, that's just like, obviously not everyone's into religion, but that's just a nice comment. It's like, I'm praying for you. Deleted, banned.
There we go. All right. Zone was banned. We banned Zone.
He hates Christians. Well, that's
Zone
true.
came in. What did Zone say? Zone said, praying you find Jesus, Ian. He is the way, the truth, and the life. He loves you even though you mock him. I'm praying the best on your life.
Why would you delete this comment? Like, unless you're like a seething atheist. Like, even if you're like agnostic or something, or an atheist, like someone's saying this, like, this is not a bannable offense. Like, holy shit. Ah, yes, that's true.
So
I forgot what
obviously, we're not a fan of antisocial Jesus freaks. I like a Jesus freak on occasion that will be a little quirky. There's a guy who was commenting on our Patreon for a while. That was that really ban worthy? You pose a great question, Franny. That's exactly why we're looking at it. When it's funny, I'm willing to let them sit and chat. Okay, if they're doing a bit, if they're being like a cooperative Jesus freak.
I would think that his chat is so small that he can't really spare anybody as well. Like, this is kind of like something that DSP does, as I understand it, is he bans all of his chat and then he's got nobody there talking.
Yeah,
oh, we got a Denny's person. Welcome to the favorite diner. So we got one Denny's patron. He's at 666.
Dad Cheetah, thank you so much.
He's so happy. Look at that. He can afford to eat today. That's. So essentially, when you see this come up, it's like $2. He's like, I can afford cat food today for myself.
A fine Denny's chatter, exactly.
Unironically, my girlfriend loves Denny's, but like she loves Japanese Denny's. I've never been to an American Denny's, but she's always trying to get me to go to Denny's. Like, and the only reason I go there is because of the Kurt Denny joke. But like Japanese Denny's and is like totally different. It's just like a family restaurant with like a bunch of different shit. I guess that's what Denny's is like in America as well. But like the menus are totally different. It's sorry, non sequitur.
This seems genuine, delusional, but genuine. Yes. So now the nice thing about banning someone, I will say, is you get an idea of like what their response is when you push them, right? You get sort of you get more feedback because they're able to fill in the blank of like, why was I banned? Let me question why I was banned. I wonder. And then you get more information. So now we're going to look at the unban request.
So this is a very popular segment that Hassan does. So that's why Ian's trying to do it. I know it's like seems incomprehensible, but this is some Twitch content we're investigating.
Not sure why I was banned. I only wanted to share what I believe to be the truth.
Like, why would you come back, by the way? Like, if someone you like banned you, why would you ever give them any more of your attention? It's like those Redditors that go like, "Oh, please unban me from our news. I just want to talk about the global politics."
Changed lives like it did mine. Oh, okay. We like to ignore other people's beliefs because our way is the true way. Trolling is not my intention or my heart. I meant what I said when I say I'm praying for the best for Ian in his life. Well, the thing is, it would be better if he was trolling. If this person was trolling, I would actually prefer that. Because if they're not trolling, then they're genuinely like shitty and delusional.
What? Because he's wishing you your life to get better? See, Idubbbz is having like a conflict of interest in his own brain right now because he's trying to be he's trying to be good boy Ethan. Not Ethan, sorry, Ian. He's trying to be good boy, but he wants to be edgy, but he's not allowed to be. So this person is genuinely like, look, I'm praying for you. I hope things get better, which Ian needs at this time. If anyone needs Jesus right now, it's Ian. You know, he's on his last days. It's not working for him. And this person's actually trying to be nice. And he's like, it's going through. It's like, I want to make fun of him for being a Christianity person, but I need the viewers, and he's actually being nice to me. Surely a man with empathy is not allowed to be mean to this person. Like, just pick a fucking lane. You know, just either go full on, just make fun of the Christ people, or you know, stop doing this Hassan ban tier shit.
So, concerned praying, yeah. If open conversation and exchange of ideas isn't welcome here, then I understand. Have a blessed day, and I pray for...
I gotta say that have a blessed day is actually the best, like, subtle troll. You can say it in almost any situation, and almost exclusively, not always, it almost always makes people mad. It doesn't matter if you're religious. It doesn't matter what you say. If you just respond to an email or like a message or, you know, on main or whatever, just say, have a blessed day. It makes people so fucking mad. And it's such a funny thing to, I love saying, giving people a blessed day.
Successful stream. Jesus loves everyone who watches and produces this stream. Okay, he brought it back there at the end. But he's also assuming still that we give a fuck about Jesus here. We don't give a fuck about this is the problem with the Jesus freaks that genuinely are like I am disobeying the word of God.
Like, and to say like he's a Jesus freak, he's just a normal guy that's like wishing him some well. Like, it's no difference in saying good luck. To call this guy like a Jesus freak when you were like pretending to be a dragon, living in your dungeon. I mean, come on.
If I ever acknowledge that other people feel differently, like that's a problem for them. Like they need to essentially always act as if other people also are believing it. It's kind of like what is that? Fake it? No, not fake it till you make it. What is that phrase?
Go on, Simple Ian.
There's a phrase. Concerned praying is an awesome way to say it.
Concerned praying. It's trying to imply like it's concerned trolling. It's just a dude. It's just a regular dude. All right, what is this last one? This story, maybe we'll check out this one. There's some more clips here, but I don't think they're that funny. We'll check out maybe one more, then I'll get back to my actual job. Let's get this.
I wouldn't even
get it started. All right, this story went into an entire. All right, oh no, sorry, go back to it. Ian says that the guy pulled a gun on him when he was younger. He was filming on some street of his neighborhood, with a friend of his, for film class, when some guy came out of a house with a gun and told him to fuck off. He claims he didn't notice the gun until his friend told him and left. I don't know about the veracity of the story. This story actually went an entire rant about how caring about your privacy is actually... Oh, is this just unrelated? Is actually a bad thing, and that people should be allowed to go into other people's property whenever they want because they're just trying to exist. So there's like no borders. I mean, you don't want people living with you though, Ian. Like, this is the thing that celebrities always say is like, there's no such thing as borders. There's no such thing as an illegal on stolen land. But then when you go to their house, they don't let you inside, right? Some people in his chat were even calling out his retardation. All right, we got to check out this. We got to check out this one for the last clip, I think.
Say it's limited to skin color. I would say if you're a young... I wouldn't even say it's limited to skin color. I would say if you're a young person...
Where is this? Is this Canada? It actually looks nice. Covered in snow. I love snow. I'm a big snowphile. Doesn't sound great, but I hate winter unless it's snowing, and then it's my favorite season. Like, that's why when I went to that snowy village like a couple weeks ago, I was very, very happy. There's been a couple snows around my house recently, but mostly it's just cold.
Fucking gun pulled on me when I was a young person. Me and my friends, we were just in our super residential neighborhood, and we were filming for our film class. We had a scene outside that we were doing. It wasn't that late. It was like 9 o'clock at night. And old lady walked out of the house. Her and her husband walked out of the house. Keep in mind, this is like, I don't know, maybe 6 or 7 houses down from where I lived. And there's all these street lights and everything. And we were filming in the street, not even on their property. And they...
I'm going to press X to doubt on this one. So why would you go 6 houses down from your own house and then just film in the middle of the street? Wouldn't you do that outside your house? They were like going on their lawn and causing a mess and like climbing their trees and shit. I don't think they were just out in the middle of the street. This doesn't pass a sniff test, Mr. Ian.
Came out, and one of them was, I think the guy was like holding the gun, his old fucking shaky old pistol hand. And this is in fucking Southern California, by the way. This is in Oceanside, next to the fucking beach.
I think this was before the Idubbbz days.
They told us to like get the hell out of there. I didn't realize until my friend, as we were walking away, told me, because she was like super freaked out by it. She was like, "Oh my god!" Like I was getting ready to like argue with him. If I knew they had a gun, I would have been like, oh shit, like, all right, bye, sorry.
What? So you were going to argue with them, but you didn't argue with them anyway.
That's insane to me as a Brit, just getting blown away for going up to someone's house. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's illegal, you know. They're not allowed to do it by the law. But some people are so.
You can be holding a gun. You can't point a gun at someone. This is the difference. Like even by Ian's own story, the guy just had a gun like in his hand like this, so he wasn't pointing at them. Now brandishing is that would be illegal, like what Boogie was doing. But no, holding a rifle. He could have been holding that rifle for a different reason entirely.
Sick.
And again, I think that they weren't just in the street. I think what they were doing is they were doing some shenanigans. They were filming each other being stupid on each other's lawns, and that's why they actually came out. And they probably picked his lawn because it had something in the background that they were looking for, like an aesthetic, if it was for film class. Otherwise, they would have just done it outside his house if they were on their own street.
And the sickness only gets worse the more isolated you are, man. Like, if you really, like, if, you know, the U.S. really allows you to live that shut-in kind of lifestyle.
Does it?
And live in...
Does it? I mean, don't Americans have to drive like miles to find like supermarkets or some shit because they're like living in like endless suburbia?
In the middle of fucking nowhere, even if you do have neighbors.
But it's not in the middle of nowhere. They said they're in Southern California near the beach.
Like, some of these people are so obsessed with privacy. We were watching an episode of House Hunters. This dude just had...
Sounds like he encountered a house hunter. Just comes out of the house with a gun.
Windows that were a little bit longer. That, like, they're just the tall windows that let in so much light.
Okay.
And he was like, oh, there isn't much privacy at this house. And I'm like, what the fuck are you looking for?
Do Americans not have curtains?
Planning on walking around your entire house with no curtains drawn, with your cock and balls out? Like, why does that matter? Also, the other houses is one of these typical areas where the houses are literally like 50 yards from one another. And I'm like, there's no one, you don't even have foot traffic here.
I gotta say, like, I kind of miss having houses that are separated from each other. Like, because living in Asia, all the houses are connected in like apartment blocks and things like that. Like, nobody has yards here. I kind of miss that about living in either Australia or New Zealand.
Is it framed as home defense? Yeah, well, yeah, home defense, exactly. They don't,
Having a
they
yard
just
is,
don't, they're just so fucking
pretty peak.
paranoid. They just think everyone wants their shit or is trying to rob them or is trying to find their fucking...
No, it's like, it's nighttime. It's 9 o'clock. It's probably dark. I don't know what time it gets dark in California, but I'm assuming by 9 o'clock the sun is down. You're on this person's property. Like you said, you're on the street. I don't believe that. You're filming something. You're doing, so obviously if you're filming, you're doing shenanigans. Maybe you're yelling. Maybe you're screaming. Maybe you're like, I don't know, LARPing with your like plastic swords or whatever. They're like, what the fuck are you doing out here? Get the fuck off my property.
Secrets. You know, it always starts with the peering out of the window and basically being like, you have no reason to be here. Looking through the blind, you have no reason to be here. What are you doing here?
That's a good question. If someone's outside your house with a camera, you're welcome to question why they're doing that.
Live on a cul-de-sac. You have no business being here. I live on a dead-end street. What business do you have being here? That automatically makes you guilty of something. Something. Like, and that's, I mean, those are the types, right? Where they say, they sort of make a whole narrative in their head because they live at the end of a street. I don't get.
I used to live in a cul-de-sac. It's pretty based. Like having a cul-de-sac is like the best childhood because there's so many games you can play on the street. Like if it's an open street, it's not the same. Having that big loop, it's perfect for like any ball game.
They don't realize how many people are fucking living paycheck to paycheck or literally living out of their car or just trying to escape their lives. So they'll just pull over on a random public street just to fucking smoke a joint.
Huh? Now wait a minute. now wait a minute, Ian. It's like, okay, so these people are homeless and they're living in their car. They pull over in front of someone's house and start smoking a joint, and they have the audacity to tell them to fuck off. What? Of course you want to drive those people away.
Kamal says, I don't know. Someone tried to steal my car 3 times in the last 6 months. Well, where do you live? Or not Kamal, Kamai. Where do you live? I'm willing to bet you don't live in the middle of nowhere. If you live in the middle of the nowhere, there's no one around to steal your shit. New Jersey, there you go. That is probably one of the most densely populated areas. Like, I'm not saying thievery doesn't exist. Like, it's a big problem, especially in like what is it? They talk about that a lot in San Francisco, all the smash and grabs, people breaking into cars.
I'm actually like, this is probably the longest I've seen Ian talking in like on one topic that's not just like clipped out. This is the longest clip I've seen, 7 minutes. What is he doing? Is he trying to convince the chat that crime doesn't happen unless you're like in a super urban area and it's okay? It's actually a good reason. I'm flabbergasted.
Stealing shit, and they basically say like, just don't leave your shit in the car and leave all the windows and doors unlocked.
Isn't this victim blaming?
Just because you're
well, I mean, if you left a stereo in the car, they're kind of asking for it, honestly.
Paranoid doesn't mean they're not trying to rob you. Yeah, but it's just improper. Like taking that mentality to its extreme is not justified. Like, you are not, especially if you're in the middle of nowhere, you cannot assume that everyone is here to rob you, okay?
I mean, if you live in the middle of nowhere, it's very unusual if people come outside your house, because the only reason they'll come outside your house is to come see you or to steal your shit. Like, when I was living in the countryside, if someone pulls into your driveway, you're like, oh, who's this? And sometimes they're just turning around. But more often than not, they're there for a reason.
Like, especially if you're in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, and if people with OCD had that mentality, they'd be very fucked.
Not a world you should live in.
Yeah.
Oh, niece is in the background telling him what to think. Good.
It's
just good.
It's, yeah, a lot of it isn't really worth worrying about it.
And like, if someone pulls up on your house and like, if you're in the middle of nowhere, or even if you're just anywhere, they could be casing the joint too. They could be like, oh, let's have a look if there's anything valuable here. We'll come back later tonight. So you do want to show a presence and say, hey, what are you doing out here? Because then it knows like, oh, this person's willing to stand up for themselves and this person's going to be here later. And this isn't an abandoned house.
In that way.
Is it?
If you have a 1 mile long driveway, no one should be on your property unless you invite them. I could not disagree more with that. Come on.
A 1 mile long driveway? That's your so someone drives a mile into your property? What the fuck is he saying?
Invite them. I could not mile long.
What?
If you have a 1 mile long driveway, no one should be on your property unless you invite them.
True.
I could not disagree.
I mean, maybe you have a solicitor or something, I guess.
Or with that, come on. Like, you don't know what other people are doing. You don't know what's happening.
What?
That's someone else's existence. Like, you approaching everything with that mindset is so, like, that's not very human.
What? So it's like, you don't know what that person's going through. They might have a reason for driving a mile into your property. No.
That's like
if it's a street, then that makes a little bit more sense. Like, sometimes you pull over on the side of the street to get some directions or something, or look at a map, you know, but driving into someone's mile-long driveway, and Ian can't just say, yeah, okay, stay off that person's property. Walls are bad.
Yeah, what if they need help? What if they have dementia?
If it... Shit. I think I'm getting dementia. Like, yeah, if it's an emergency, that's an emergency. That's why they're called emergencies. But it's like, well, have you considered, chatter, that they drive a mile into your property because they have dementia? You didn't consider that, you neurotypical bigot, did you? They might have... If they have dementia, why are they driving? Holy shit. What a fucking Reddit answer. Like, actually, a person might have dementia, so they might be... This is the... I don't even know how to explain this. Like, because like mental health is like, it's like the be-all answer for everything. Like the getaway jail-free card in this community. And it's kind of ironic because I noticed this, but I didn't mention it, that like when he has his Denny patrons that are stuck in the Denny's jail, one of them is like saying that they have like some sort of like, they're OCD or something, because, you know, that would be a legitimate reason to get out of Denny's jail, but he's still making fun of people if they have these sort of things.
What if they have any form of disability, especially invisible disabilities that aren't
Oh my fucking god. Invisible disabilities. Oh. Have you considered that the person driving a mile into your property might have an invisible disability? Like what? Having an ugly wife?
fucking obvious?
I mean, that's an
If
obvious
someone's arm is peeled off their body and they're dragging their arm behind them, like you can maybe very easily tell that they need help. But like there are a million people who are either lost, confused, or
I think I'm confused and Ian's lost right now.
without their caretaker. And so you having this like black and white mentality of, no, there's no reason anyone should be on my mile-long driveway. You have a mile-long driveway.
Yeah.
The reason I buy a house with a mile-long driveway is so you don't come on my property personally. I believe you are coming from a place of your authentic feelings.
He's just trying to find a way to say check your privilege.
I do believe it. But I think I hate it, man. I hate it so much. Like, live in the fucking woods. Live in the fucking woods where no one can find you ever again if you do not want to have human interactions.
That's why they have a mile-long driveway. They're living in the fucking woods. I feel like I'm taking crazy pills. He lives in a basement. He lives in his mother-in-law's basement. Oh my fucking god. You've got a mile-long driveway? Maybe you should be living in the fucking woods. They are living in the woods. Or maybe in the desert or something. People that have a mile-long driveway are in the countryside. Holy shit. I'm glad we checked this one out. Like, I don't think we're going to top Simple Ian tonight. I think this is the perfect place to end the stream. Holy shit. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing how the dragon, how long it takes the dragon to waken him to take out Anissa. All right, chat. I don't think it's possible to find anything stupider. So this will be the end. At least now it can't get worse, right? But it does. It does get worse.
But at least now it can't get much worse.
But it did get worse.
All right. Have a nice day. I'm out to get my lunch.